Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dino Crisis 2. This is episode 11, and quite a bit happened in the last episode. We headed to the missile facility, and there, the T-Rex that's been chasing us for the whole game got murked by a Giganotosaurus, so that was a little surprising, and the episode was not the final one, which was also a surprise. Instead, we ended up getting washed downriver after getting a gate open for the boat and losing David to an Allosaurus. And then Dylan here ran into the speechless future girl, or time girl, I guess we don't actually know she's from the future, who brought us here to this facility where, I guess we're about to learn what this is, but we were brought here where we learned that all of the children were injured by dinosaurs here and were shoved into the dinosaur growing pods to heal them, which is why they can't speak English or anything anymore. They just make sounds. And also that these people are not from, of course, the same time. Year 2009. It all began in Bolzinia, a small republic in the Southern Sea. The first overdrive was the beginning of everything. So is that the first Dino Crisis there? I feel like they never actually named the country. They just said a certain country. During transportation, something went wrong and it resulted in a crack in the space-time which skewed history after the Cretaceous era. To investigate the skewed biological history after the Cretaceous, an extensive experiment was conducted on a global scale. In a global scale. The result, devastating. The space-time skew would take its effect on all living organisms. The Earth's history would change dramatically, and the change would wipe out the human race from ever existing. That was the conclusion of the experiment. So it's a little bit a sound of thunder there as well. The plan was to transport the living organisms of the Cretaceous through the Timegate to a world with similar environments far into the future. So, they took all of the displaced time creatures and just shoved them into the future? Which I guess means that we are in the far future now and not the distant past? At least it would explain all the disparate time periods that these things come from. After the crisis had passed, the organisms would then be returned to their original time. We called this the Noah's Ark plan. This was the only plan that would leave us any chance for the existence of the human race. We hope that this plan is successful, and we shall declare execution of this plan. WAP! Central Council. So is this... Are these people from a different version of Earth? That Dylan is not aware of this? Because doesn't this take place in 2012? Or at least that's the modern day that the team came from? So they would know about this WAP plan if it was from the same... I'm a little confused. But yeah, that basically seems to be the setup here, is that we've actually been transported to the far future when we went through the time slip. And I guess that means the entire island was sent to the future as well. Alright, Habitat Support Facility. So I guess there was people here making sure this plan was working? Many computers are installed for data analysis of experiments. Like they were here to keep an eye on the organisms until they could be sent back to their right time. Displayed on the screen in the center of the desk is some kind of engineering drawing. The engineering drawing looks like it's for a Timegate, but it is not the same as the one Dylan and Regina are familiar with. We did kind of pass what is probably the Timegate when we were escorting our young lady into here. One thing I know about Dino Crisis 3 is that it has nothing to do with third energy or time travel. Instead, it is genetically engineered sort of dinosaurs on a spaceship, created by the spaceship's AI after everybody on the ship dies. So I guess they didn't want to go with this time plot anymore after that. Oh wait, this is where we came in, isn't it? So I guess we're gonna have to contact Regina. I don't know why Dylan didn't try calling her on his radio that they almost never use. Hey Regina, I found this weird high-tech facility that has a time gate we can probably use to go back to our time. Oh, also, I remember that the The girl has Dylan's dead sister's pendant, implying a connection between them. They are life support chambers with healing capabilities. There was nothing inside. These look the same, though, as the chambers we found the dead kids in. So did they just find the whole thing, or did they just have similar pods? I still don't have a name for these things that only exist in science fiction, these big liquid-filled tubes with specimens inside them. Oh, there's stairs here. That's why I couldn't go. I thought there was a wall there. I was trying to find a way around it. So this could certainly look better if it was, the backgrounds were sharpened up a bit. It looks especially blurry. But yeah, there's just a whole facility full of pods. She doesn't know how to speak, but she...
Lieutenant Morton.
She does know how computers work.
A hologram? Well, how does he know my name?
Why does he have similar boots?
There's not much time left, so I'll explain it short and simple. On August 10th, 2055, our Noah's Ark plan became successful.
Year 2055? What's he talking about?
Okay, so the WAP plan didn't happen for a long time.
To save the dinosaurs, we transferred the dinosaurs to this time, 3 million years ahead of our time.
What? 3 million years? Then you're from...
3 million years in the future, yes.
But there was another accident when we were about to go back. The gate disappeared and we were stranded in this time.
Then this is the future.
There was no way for us to survive in this world, where dinosaurs now rule. We, the remaining survivors, hurried to recover the gate. But it's too late now.
I'm pretty sure I know
My
who this
wife,
is.
Julia was killed by the dinosaurs. And my loving child, she was hurt. Badly. Paula. Paula.
Paula.
Paula's me. Here's me, moments before my injury, standing in the jungle.
Is that your name?
Papa.
My only mission now is to protect my group. I have kept Paula and the other children safe by putting them inside life support chambers.
Like this one.
Please, take the children back to your time. And now, I should introduce myself. I am former Special Forces Strat member, Colonel Dylan Morton.
Okay, so he was who I thought he was. This is future Dylan.
What? You're myself in the future?
Dylan, you know the hologram can't respond, right? It's just a recording.
Then you're my...
Papa.
You're my daughter, which makes this really weird because now I'm like
I don't have much time left.
not much older
There's
than
a
you.
gate behind the door. You can use it to return to your time. The gate is not complete yet. You'll be able to use it only once. Please, say hello to Regina for me. I'm counting on you, Lieutenant.
This definitely raises some questions, as, you know, sloppy time travel sci-fi always will. Like, number one, How did Dylan and his team not know what time they were going to? Like, did they just go, oh, this is a time rip, let's just jump into it? They didn't have to set, like, a time period to travel to? Number 2, if that's future Dylan, and he's like, you know, say hello to Regina for me, doesn't that mean that he knows how this mission goes because he was also here and then became that version? Or did that not happen yet in that time period? I had a third question, but I've already forgotten it in his explanation. But I kind of had an idea that he was going to show up because he shows up again in another game. It's a thin plasma display, probably used for displaying blueprints and other materials, thinly. It's a hologram projection unit. They must have been simulating their experiments in 3 dimensions. It's a control panel to operate the hologram projection unit, which apparently required Paula to just keep booping at it while he was talking. Up above are many life support chambers still in operation. Inside the chambers are silhouette of persons. Are we just going to leave all these half-developed kids, or half-regrown kids, I guess, here? Or are we going to transport the entire facility to the future? Oversized transport chamber.
The self-destruct system has been manually activated. Detonation in 5 minutes.
What?
We don't want to go back home.
Turn it on.
Oh yeah, my third question is, where did all the kids get this motorcycle gear from the future? Did they just have like a leather storage room?
Not now.
It was a cool shot there, but it was very reminiscent of the T-Rex on the horizontal elevator in the first game. Alright, big boy, let's do this. We only got 5 minutes this time. I tried to dodge, but backwards hopping was not going to work there. I don't think we can hurt him, though. How was he supposed to avoid that? I was just running straight. Like, not having a forward dodge makes it hard to figure out how I'm supposed to... I was just supposed to run better than I did. Dylan, please get up.
Damage confirmed at oversized transport area. Immediate shutdown.
I like the way the Giga looks, even if it's not supposed to be accurate. Well, let's hope this computer here does something. The communication line with the anti-satellite is not connected. The target data cannot be sent to the satellite. The anti-satellite? Are we gonna fry this thing with a satellite laser? Please stop smashing me with your head. Okay, he's just got like a 5-6 hit combo. I thought maybe I could like stun him, you know, like we did with the T-Rex in the tank. Well, that seemed to have actually did something. There we go. With some stun points.
Activating anti-satellite. Operate control panel to open communication line to satellite.
Alright, so there's another computer over there. I thought these might be important when we ran past them, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't stop. It's the emergency control terminal to connect the communication line to the anti-satellite.
Communication line is now connected.
Alright, now we just run back to the control panel. This is actually working to stop him from hitting me. You get hit by that combo once, and I don't think you can jump out of it. It's okay, we got enough healing to get through this. It's the control panel. Target has been set for the gigantic dinosaur. Sure.
Target is set.
Okay. Do we have like a targeting thing now? No, I think we have to go back to the control panel. Stop. No, apparently he's unstoppable when he's doing his combo. I mean, he can really hit you, but he does like no damage. Probably because we have that armor. Might be a little more dangerous without it.
Commencing attack.
I mean, I guess that's one way to do an unkillable boss that you need to finish off. So, when they traveled to the far future, they brought their, like, laser satellite with them just in case. You know, you never know when you might need to completely annihilate something. I don't think he's getting back up from that one. Target annihilated. Whoa, I had no idea what I was doing when I activated that. So I guess this probably will be the final episode. At this point, we have a countdown. No idea where Regina is. But I bet she'll just show up at the gate.
It's okay.
Don't be afraid, I know how to work this somehow.
Regina!
An explosion, it must be Regina.
Yeah, we don't have much time left. Let's use this gate and get out of here. Whoa! Paula! No! No!
I'm pretty sure she's not pinned down. That would have, like, pasted her legs.
Papa.
Paula.
Dylan, what are we gonna do? If we don't go now, we'll never get back.
Regina, the gate is open. I know you don't want to, but you have to go back by yourself. I won't leave Paula.
Are you crazy?
Just go, please. You have the third energy data, right? When you get back to our original time, use the data to learn about third energy. Then build a perfect gate and come pick us up for the last time.
Dylan. I will. I promise.
I'll learn to be a third energy scientist.
10 seconds to detonation.
Don't forget, you still owe me one.
Well then, you better get back quick.
Also, Dylan, the facility is still going to self-destruct. What? What was that supposed to imply? For a second there, I thought it was like Regina was going to appear immediately after and be like, yeah, I built that gate, and I came back to the moment right before you died to rescue you. So, that was Dino Crisis 2. And, you know, I really enjoyed it, like I thought I would. I think one main complaint is I think it tries to keep the pace a little too high sometimes, and doesn't really develop certain things very much. Like, I think we should have had at least one kind of proper boss fight with the T-Rex before it got fucking murdered. But instead it just kind of like shows up sometimes. But I also think that kept the game kind of fresh the whole way through, you know? It didn't really drag at any one point. Sure, there were some bad sections too, like the escort section, but even that didn't last very long. So, I'd say this is a pretty good game. You know, I think it holds up pretty well. It's definitely not a survival horror game, but it doesn't need to be, you know? It's not like I think that Dino Crisis has to be bound to only being a survival horror. You know, obviously Resident Evil had a good transition into a more action-y horror style. Some people disagree, but, you know, I think they're wrong. So, with the end of that, we do have the bonus mode that I want to check out, especially since it's not a pain in the ass to unlock, like the bonus mode in the first game. But aside from that, I think we're just going to move right on into the next game, which is the sort of sequel to Dino Crisis 2. I don't know, some people probably not even aware it's part of the series because it doesn't have Dino Crisis in the title, but I am of course talking about Dino Stalker, which is a part of the Resident Evil light gun series, Gun Survivor. It's the only one that's not a Resident Evil game, but it is also designed as a light gun game for the PS2. But plot-wise, it does actually apparently take place after this. I've played it before. It's the only Dino Crisis game in the series I've actually played, you know, before recording all of this. But at the time, you know, obviously I hadn't played Dino Crisis 2, so I didn't know where the plot crosses over. But I'm pretty sure we'll see Dylan again. And that is a much shorter game, like all kind of light gun games. However, despite being a light gun game, it is not a rail shooter. It's a weird, like, semi-FPS, semi-rail shooter. Kind of like how Dead Aim is a weird transition between light gun and classic Resident Evil. So, thank you everyone who made it this far through the series. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I'm sure a lot of you have already played this game, but glad you joined me for my first day. What is this weird 3D modeled car with a JPEG Dylan in it? We got all the Dino files. A little happy about that. I think my ranking is bad because of how long I took. Or because I didn't get 1,000,000 extinction points. I don't know. I think the ranking just affects your shot there. You got an EPS Platinum card. You'll be able to buy weapons with unlimited ammo. Also, there are some unlockable guns, I think, but I don't know. So, Extra Crisis. I think Dino Coliseum is like, we actually just go up against specific dinosaurs in like, kind of arena challenges. I don't know what this means. Player entry. Entry over. Are these playable characters, or are these characters for the arena? Also, what is this? I think that's a gun? Well, you add tank to the Coliseum. Pretty sure that's not how you spell Coliseum. There's only one L. So I think, yeah, these are just characters for the bonus mode, Rick and Gale. Oh, and then we can play as dinosaurs as well. We got T-Rex, we've got Allosaur, we've got Inostransevia, Velociraptor, and Oviraptor. So to unlock all of these, I would have to beat the game again to get more extinction points, which is not going to happen. So we're just going to go with what we get, I guess. I think I can afford 2 of these here. Yeah. Go with the Allosaur for 1 big dinosaur, and we'll go with the Oviraptor. Because Oviraptors are cool. And Velociraptors are overrated. I'm not sure what those 3 icons are. I guess that's the Platinum card, the Coliseum, and what's the other one? Let's check out what we got on the main menu here. So we got Restart, we got Continue from one of our saves, Extra Crisis, Load Game. We'll definitely be checking out Extra Crisis in the bonuses, though. So we got Dino Duel. Okay, so this is the multiplayer. I knew there was some kind of multiplayer thing in this. And then there's Dino Coliseum. Annihilate all the dinosaurs within the time limit. So Regina, Dylan, Rick, Gale, Tank. This tiny little tank from the main game. That's gotta be like the fun one, right? Alright, well, we'll find that out in the first bonus episode, but until then, this has been Dino Crisis 2. I had a great time, and I hope you'll join me for the next game as well. Until then, take care, everyone.